So welcome back, guys. This is the Ninja Movies, and today I'm going to be doing a double feature review. As I said, if you guys haven't checked it out already, go check out my review for Godzilla 1998. But today we're going to be focusing on the 2003, I believe, Eric Bana Hulk film. Now I'm holding up the Xbox game just to say that this one, much more so than Godzilla, was a big part of my childhood. But once again, like that film, I hadn't seen it in 15 plus years. The game I remember so vividly as a kid, and I have warm and good memories. I played this, in my adulthood, so I still think this holds up. But as for the film, once again, just a critically panned movie. And after watching it, I enjoyed Godzilla. I thought it was good for what it was, and I thought it was overhated. This movie, man, I really don't get it. I was never a big fan of the MCU films that came out in the 2010s. This movie is everything that I want a superhero movie to be, and also I just got to say, this is one of the most breathtaking movies that I've ever seen put to film. It looks like comic book panels. The colors are so vibrant. I personally like the green of the Hulk. I think that looks the best he has. Eric Bana was great. I thought the movie overall was really way better than any other time I'd ever watched it. I think once again, like the Godzilla review, just please, if it's been a while, go back and check this movie out again. I think people bought into the hate of this film, really. It's really a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story, and it does a lot of going back and trying to get repressed memories, but the action is good. I did not remember the ending being how it was, because in this video game there's quite a large portion of Brainiac, and I knew that he wasn't the villain in the Hulk film, but I really couldn't remember who the villain ended up being, and of course it ended up being a battle at the end. Short-lived, I will admit it is short-lived, but between him and his father really just takes on sort of like elemental powers. Anything he touches he can transform into. I thought it was a really well done movie, and honestly, just on the scope of prettiness, if we're going to do that, it was just breathtaking. This movie looks so goddamn good. Eric Bana did really well. He sort of plays like the Clark Kent sort of character, because that's all you really get him as the Hulk, even though the models are after his face. How much acting are you really going to do as the Hulk? The only complaint I really would have is when the Hulk lands, because I remember how far he could jump in this movie, and it stands true to that. He can jump miles, he can run quicker than I've ever seen the Hulk run, he can take bullets like I've never seen the Hulk take. Honestly, this is like the most badass Hulk that's ever been on film for me. But the only complaint I would really have is, because the CGI actually does hold up for pretty much most of the film, it's a breathtaking movie, is anytime he's doing these large jumps from, like, might as well say continent to continent, he's jumping miles, is when he lands, it seems like there's no effort, so, the ground doesn't crumble, nothing like that for the most part. And it just kind of bothered me a little bit. I felt like maybe because they didn't know how to make the CGI touch the earth. I don't know, it was just a minor complaint. It is a longer film, but overall I just thought, yeah, this is easily the best I've seen the Hulk in cinema. I prefer it to Mark Ruffalo. I definitely prefer it to Edward Norton. That's me personally. But once again, this is not really a popular opinion, but I just am doing this review to implore you to go back and check it out again. Like, I really don't understand what the fuck people wanted back then, because this movie's like 21 years old at this point, and I think this is one of the best comic book movies out there, and that they ever did. I was so happy that I rewatched it, because I was super hesitant on this, and maybe it's because my, how I was feeling about the film going in was like down here. Maybe that's why it just blew my expectations, but honestly, just a fantastic film, and I'm kind of, now after rewatching it, I'm kind of disappointed they even ever just swapped out Eric Bana. Like, what the fuck? The Ed Norton movie does not even touch this. Fantastic movie. I would highly recommend it. One of the best directed comic book movies ever done. And honestly, just one of the most vibrant, good feeling movies I'd ever seen. And if you're a fan of the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I think that this movie sort of does it really well. I enjoyed it. So that's my review of the Eric Bana Hulk film. And if you haven't checked out any of my previous reviews, definitely do so. Go check out my comic book update, and I'll see you in the future.